All the disrespect before you play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day of buttons that need to be checked. It is Saturday. The weekend is here. We done made it. Give yourself a round of applause. You made it. You made it, baby. It's the weekend. You here. Nobody clapping but me. Whatever. Hey, listen. Thank you guys for joining me, man. Thank you guys for, always having my back, and I hope you guys continue to appreciate the channel. I really love reading your comments, man, and all the support on the Patreon. We started posting again on the Patreon, by the way, so we got a lot, and soon we will also not only have Bogus Journeys back, but we will also be on Spotify, so that's coming real soon. Either way, I'm talking too much. Appreciate the mad love. Let's get some buttons. Start this weekend off right. Let's go. And all right, first up for none other than Daigo the Beast. We're talking about Daigo Umehara himself speaking on the latest Street Fighter 6 patch. He just dropped this video, so we got a little translation here. I'm gonna skip around. I'll put the link down below if you guys want to check out the video. Let's get some of this. Let's go. All right, let's stop right there. So somebody in the chat was asking him, honestly, don't you think Ryu is the one? That's the same thing I was thinking. As soon as I saw Ryu get buffed again, I was like, why doesn't Daigo start playing him? That used to be his dude. Somebody else said Kuwano was bummed, saying he felt sorry for Akuma. Let's continue. Saying Ryu got a major buff. Let's read right there. So somebody in the chat, I guess, said Ryu got a major buff. Daigo said, I did check out the update notes for the characters I was curious about. I checked out the characters people already considered strong. So that's Mai, Sagat, JP, Blanca, Ed, those guys. Well, and also Ryu. He said, naturally, I also checked out Akuma, and I guess I checked out Jamie as well. And I glanced at Ingrid. Somebody said, first those surprise low attacks, now her insane SA1. He says, but come on, we knew this was coming. Everyone said so. Somebody said, if you play Ryu, that would mean 3 Ryus for Street Fighter League. And he says, good point. Interesting. Daigo said, I think it's too late for me to switch to Ryu, though, frankly. Damn, okay. But man, this is a really huge buff for him. This is huge, so showing some of the gameplay. It's monstrous. Ryu seems pretty powerful. I bet he's pretty high tier now. What occurs to me is, well, I'm not sure about Luke. And I haven't looked at Kimberly either. Oh, Elena seems strong too. But I already thought she was, but still. Doesn't Elena seem pretty strong? The upper tier has now leveled down. And oh yeah, Ed seems to be in trouble. It seems it's pretty over for him. With what they did to his flicker, it's like they're saying, all right, everybody, stop playing Ed. Damn. Yeah, it's really over for him. Well, I mean, I'm not sure. It's like he's the weakest character now, of course. Oh, he said no. He said it's not like he's the weakest character now, of course. As for JP's amnesia, I'm not sure. I haven't checked it out yet. He said, but anyways, it's a balance adjustment. This update doesn't give us a whole new way to play. It's more about balancing the game. If you want a new way to play, try a new character or... Yeah, I guess your option is to try a new character. Like if you're frustrated that your character hasn't changed at all, they're gonna say, please try a new character. There are plenty of new characters to try. I guess he's saying that's what they're saying. There are plenty of new characters to try, possibly even coming from the chat. But we did balance the game. Daigo responds saying, and that's actually true.
て
The
る。
balance is improving all the time, isn't it?
感想から言う
As for
と、
my thoughts on Akuma,
まあ微強化なんだ
I
ろう
suppose
ね。
it's a slight
まあ
buff.
相対的には上がってる
His relative position within the roster has improved.
けど、後期単体で見ると、
But looking
まあ微強
just
化
at Akuma alone, it's a slight
強化
improvement.
強化強化
Buff. Okay, so he's going over the buffs and nerfs really quick on the screen. He said Luke buff, Jamie buff, Manon buff, Kimberly buffed.
強化なのかな知らんけど。見て
He
ない
said,
け
did she get buffed?
ど。マリーザも強化
Marissa buffed.
あ、弱体化探した方が早い。
Lily, he said, I guess it'd be quicker to look at who got nerfed. Okay, so now he's going to try to see who got nerfed.
ジャク、
Okay, so he says JP got nerfed,
ジャク、
Blanca got nerfed,
ジャク、
Ed got nerfed,
ジャク、
Mai got nerfed,
ジャク。
Sagat got
ぐらい
nerfed.
弱くなった
Said it's about that's about it for nerf characters. I don't know about the others.
と思って。あと知らねえんだけど。ルークじゃなく後期使う理由。
Somebody said, is there a reason why you use Akuma? I guess over Luke. Let me see what they said here. Hold on.
ぐらい弱くなったのってあと知らねえんだけどルークじゃなく動
Yeah.
き使う理
They
由
said, why do you use Akuma over
なん
Luke?
か
He just said, I like him better.
だしその使い手が多いから今
Plus, a lot of people play him, so it feels pointless to switch to him so late in the game.
更移行しがいがないなって思う、まあ、それ言うと前もそうなんだけど
By the same, or the same goes for Mai by that logic.
けど前はさすがに問答無用の
But
強さ
Mai is just too unconditionally powerful.
やった据え置きだったら前に使おうと思って
If they left her alone, I was thinking of switching to her. Damn! Isn't that crazy? Instead of switching to Ryu, he would be switching to Mai. Daigo, can you imagine Daigo on Mai? Switching to the Mai army? I mean, I guess it makes sense. But I don't know. I would think he would be more inclined to go to Ryu. But he said, if they left her alone, I probably would have switched to her.
結構マジで
Pretty seriously.
嫌だけど
I don't want to,
使いたいと思って
though. That's... Wait, what did he say?
結構マジで嫌だけどね使
He
いたい
said, pretty seriously, I don't want to, though.
けど調整
But with how they patched her, I don't think I need to make that switch.
だったら移行しなくていいかなって思ってて強そうまあルーク俺わかん
I'm
ない
not sure about Luke
使って
since
な
I
い
haven't used
強
him.
そうなのはこいつとあこいつは
But here's who seems strong. What did he say? Well, actually, I don't know about him.
わかんないこいつわかんなくて竜
Ryu?
まあブラックもまだ強い
Blanca is still
竜ブ
strong
ラ
too. Ryu, Blanca.
竜ブラ5竜ブラ5
Ryu,
で前
Blanca,
も結局
Akuma. I feel like ultimately Mai is still strong.
強い気もすんだよね下強えよ
He said the lower rows are strong.
お金払ってるから
Maybe they're strong because they cost money. That's an interesting perspective. Okay, so the lower rows that he's referring to, let me keep playing.
強い
Right here. Ed, Akuma, who else we got? Bison, Terry, Mai, or Elena, Sagat, Sea Viper, Alex, Ingrid, Yasmine. So the new DLC. So it's like maybe they're strong because you actually got to pay for them because they cost money. How y'all feeling about that? Either way, isn't that interesting? Daigo talking about it's too late in the game to switch. Then on one hand, he said too many people play, who was that, Ed? So I figured like it wouldn't make sense if I went ahead and switched to him and like it wouldn't make sense to me. That's crazy that Daigo would say that. You would think if that Daigo, as good as he is and legendary he is with the character, that he would just pick up Ryu anytime he feels like it and he would be good at the character. But even him at this point is saying, nah, I think it's too late in the game for me to switch to Ryu. And to switch to Ed, talking about too many other people play him, so I feel like it's too late. Oh, I'm sorry, he's talking about Luke. He's not talking about Ed. He's like, too many people play that character. I think it's kind of pointless for me to switch over. Then when it came to Ryu, he was saying, I feel like it's too late in the game for me to play Ryu, which is crazy, because you would think that I'm just going to pick him up and start mopping. But the fact that he considered Mai, kind of wild. I mean, not really in the sense, because he's competing now, and he's trying to take things seriously and get some W's. And at the end of the day, if you're getting W's, you're getting W's. And as Daigo, I think all of us could agree that the man could use some more W's when it comes to these tournaments. You know what I'm saying? Like Daigo, let's be real. He's the GOAT. He's always going to be a legend. He could still whoop people's asses, but when it comes to these big tournaments, he hasn't been taking home these W's in quite some time. And if he did it recently, even if it was with Mai, I mean, people would still be giving props. Or do you think people will be talking shit? Honestly, I'm asking. Be real with yourself. If Daigo just came out of nowhere and won a tournament, like a big tournament, like a Evo or a Cap Cup, but he did it with Mai, what would be the discourse? Would people be like, the GOAT is back, he still got it? or when people say some shit like, he did it, but he did it with Mai. Like, real talk. Hey, but once again, people pick, like you saw Mena put out a damn Mai, and he got the W with that, or the EWC recently, at least in that match. So at the end of the day, people are going to play who they got to get that W, and also who they vibe with. So either way, interesting, man. There's a lot. We're still learning a lot about this damn patch, if I could talk. How y'all feeling? Let me know. And all right, next up, for it appears that the honeymoon is over for Yasmine, and some Street Fighter 6 buttons that need to be checked. You know, this character just dropped not too long ago. Everybody in the Philippines was celebrating because they were like, yo, it's the first Filipino character. This Filipina, she's beautiful, she's young, and she's still in high school. She's deadly with the knife. They was having parades, or not parades, but like celebrations and tournaments in the Philippines. They had Filipino cosplay. A lot of people like celebrating that this character was in the game, and that was beautiful. A lot of people getting hyped. Even the trailer looked dope. It looked like a lot of her animations were pretty sick, but now people testing her out. We're talking big names too, y'all. We're talking Punk the God. We're talking Broski. We're talking Sajam. We're talking a lot of people, and they're all speaking up. And apparently, it looks like, once again, honeymoon is over. Y'all be the judge. Let's go. Right here, Punk the God talking about Yasmine, in my opinion, is the worst and most boring DLC character Street Fighter 6 has dropped so far. Feels like they just forgot half the stuff to complete the character and just made her halfway. That has 4.1 thousand likes. I think F-Word responds down below. Right here saying 100, 100, 100, preach. I'm super disappointed so far. She feels incomplete and highly reliant on gimmicks and a lack of familiarity in these early stages to become effective. Happened to be proven wrong, but as for now, I couldn't agree more. You even got Big Bird adding in right here, talking about they released a character that's as linear as Bison, bro. Even Sagat has more depth to him. Others adding saying, I don't think I've ever seen Sajam multiple times in this video complain about terrible buttons and bad damage. This character has problems. Bolt Strike says Yasmine will go down as the Nakali/Lucia of Street Fighter V. Utterly forgettable. What a shame. That has 816 likes. Continuing on, people are like, Yasmine seems to be designed for a version of Street Fighter 6 that has not and will likely not ever exist. That has 1.2 thousand likes. They add down below as well saying, honestly, some part of me believes Capcom wants to lower the power level of this game, but when they release characters like this, the community complains, the character gets buffed, and then we're right back where we started from. Others add saying, as a character, she is so boring. Plucky, energetic fighting girl number 3, Makoto or Sakura would have been much better on her slot. And then she's low-key boring as fuck to watch. Damn. You got Sajam adding, talking about, I think she's the most boring DLC by quite a bit, which is a shame. Even Broski talking about day one Yasmine impressions are that visually she has some of the coolest animations ever, but gameplay wise, she hits like a wet noodle until her knife glows, at which point she hits like a dry noodle. That has 2.9 thousand likes. And then Davon Beneath on a positive note says she can be salvaged with a patch or two. She's just weak and has some quirks in her kit. She has a great personality and very flashy animations. And somebody else says, you know everyone, just because Punk said this, it doesn't take away that you shouldn't play the character. That's why he said, in my opinion, play who you want. He tried her, he didn't like how she played. That's fine, everybody. And there you have it. My man said she hits, what did he say? She hits like a wet noodle, and then her knife glows, and then she hits like a dry noodle. Something like that. You know what the hell I mean. Damn. Some pretty big commentators and content creators there, you know, speaking out on some Yasmine, which is crazy. Crazy, because it was so, I feel like she had some crazy momentum. Once again, a lot of people do agree that she has flashy stuff. Her animations are beautiful. Obviously, a lot of people in the Filipino community, very proud. They were like, yo, we're in the game. She's beautiful. And then a lot of people that know what they're talking about. We're talking about the pros. We're not talking about casuals. You know, people that have been in the FGC for quite some time and basically do this for a living are like, this ain't it. This ain't it. Lackluster, boring as hell, and it feels like they released a character without completing the whole damn character. Like, she's relying way too heavy on gimmicks. How y'all feeling about that? But once again, I think it comes down to the point. Is this more of just the us problem? Because I really doubt that casuals out there and, you know, people, once again, this is a casual game as far as sales are concerned. I don't know if they really care about this shit like that. Maybe they're just having fun. If she's flashy, maybe that's all they wanted, a flashy-ass character. I even saw Broski put in his video, I'll try to put a link down below, where he did like a breakdown where he said, I think she's a good beginning character. Like, if you're just starting off, she's pretty straightforward. Once again, it reminded her of a Nakali. He was like, reminded me, don't have a fireball, pretty straightforward. Just gives me that Nakali feel. So if you're just starting off and want somebody pretty standard, maybe play Yasmine. How y'all feeling about that? All in all, just weird to see the state of the game. Continuing in sales, continuing, it seems, right, in popularity, but also continuing to disappoint a lot of the pros in the direction that it seems to go little by little. How y'all feeling? Let me know. That was one more time, Butt Check family. Appreciate the massive love. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful weekend. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to do my best to post another video today because we got more tournaments wrapping up. I think grand finals, all that stuff. I will try my best to do it today. Then I'm working on another Frame Trapped. I'm working on a lot of stuff. Once again, we'll be on Spotify very soon as well, so I'll keep you guys up to date with everything. Appreciate the massive love. None of it happens without you guys. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know somehow, some way, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Shoryuken!